Hello, third graders. This week we are going to continue looking at the tenses of verbs. Now, at the beginning of the year, we looked into a little bit about past, present, and future tense verbs. I want you to think about, what does the past mean? What does the present mean? And what does the future mean? Now we're going to go through all of these again and how it looks in a sentence and the types of endings that we use for these kinds of words. Now when we are looking at verbs, verbs are things that you can do. So that's like running, jumping, singing, talking, writing. Anything you can do is a verb. So when we're looking through these past, present, and future sentences, we're looking at the form of the verbs. In our first sentence, we are going to look at the past. The past is what has already happened. So it was like yesterday it happened or last year. Those are some key words that you might see in a sentence that would help you know if it is in the past, present, or future. So for the past, it would be like yesterday. So our sentence is, Kent walked to school. Kent walked to school. If I put yesterday in front of that, it should make sense because it happened before today. Yesterday, Kent walked to school. That's correct. Now, for most verbs, not for all verbs, we add an ed in our past tense verbs. Add an ed. Now we'll look at some that are kind of crazy and don't follow that rule. Now for our present tense verbs, that's whenever we're talking about something that has happened right now, okay? So, or that happens quite often at the same time. So when we are talking about present tense, it is the root of the verb. Sometimes we'll have an S on it if it happens multiple times, and then but usually it'll just be the root. So Kent walks to school every day. Our root verb is walks. Walks. We can use the linking verb is for more general things that they do. Kent is smart. We'll look into linking verbs a little bit more this year later on. And then future. Future tense is what happens tomorrow. So tomorrow, Kent will walk to school tomorrow. When we are talking about the future, what is going to happen, we use the linking verb will. Will walk. When I was looking through your assignments from last week, I saw that some of us got very confused on how to work this chart. So I'm going to show you because we'll probably do something similar like this again. So on the top part, I am trying to fill in the past, present, and future of the word run. So if I said yesterday, and I'm thinking about running, yesterday I ran. Ran is the past tense of run. Now, what if I'm going to do it tomorrow? Tomorrow, I will run. Remember that linking verb, will. Tomorrow, I will run. Now, let's see if you can figure out what this one will be. We're looking at the verb dance. This whole section is going to be changing the form of dance. So yesterday, I danced with an ed. Danced with an ed. Remember, most past tense verbs end in an ed. And our root verb, today I dance, in the present tense. And tomorrow I will dance. Now our next verb is jump. Yesterday I jumped. It has the suffix ed, jumped. Tomorrow I will jump. Our next verb is played. Yesterday I played. Today I play. Tomorrow I will play. So you can see that there's a trend, especially for our future tense verbs. There is always the linking verb will before the verb. Some trends over here, there is typically the suffix ed after the verb. Our next one, cook. Today I cook. In the past tense, yesterday I cooked. Add the past tense ed. And tomorrow I will cook. Yesterday I skated. Today I skate. And tomorrow I will skate. So next time you do an activity like this, I want you to go side to side, okay, and look at our sentence starters to help you out. For today's assignment, you are going to be circling the verbs in these sentences. Remember, verbs are something you can do. Now I am changing the instructions at the top, and I want you to color instead of, circle that is in past tense. I want you to circle it in red. That means it probably has an ed at the end. If it is in the present tense, I want you to circle it in green. If it is in the future tense, I want you to circle it in blue. That means it probably has the linking verb will. We'll do the first one together, and then you will do the next three on your own. And I would like you to answer them all correctly, and this will be for a grade. So let's start with the bold one on the top. The leprechaun searched for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So what did he do? He searched. If it's something he can do, that is a verb. I see that there's an ed at the end, and it sounds like it already happened. So that would be past tense. I'm going to circle that in red. Next sentence. He is searching for a pot of gold right now. If it's happening right now, that is present tense. Now, as you see, they use is and ing. That is present progressive. We won't learn about that very much in third grade, though. The third one, he will search for the pot of gold tomorrow. If it's happening tomorrow, that will be in the future. I also see that linking verb will. For the next three, we'll do the same thing. It will be out of 9 points total. 1 point for each sentence in coloring it correctly.